We really got to build brotherhoods, you know what I'm saying, amongst ourselves to where we can actually let that shit out so that we can get back to being the men that we are that lead.
Roll me, Mac.
What do you think men face that we ignore and we don't seem to care about? Our health, our physical health, and our mental health. Okay, so physical health, right? Our physical health, the act of going to the doctor and actually getting things checked out to know what's going on the inside, and having the courage to listen to what's going to be told to us, and not having that fear that we're being told something life-threatening because of the way that we're living. You know what I mean? Like having to be told that, oh, you know, you got high blood pressure, you have high, cholesterol levels, and just a multitude of things that is going on with the body based off of how we chose to live all those years of drinking, all the years of smoking, all the years of eating improper diets or eating high dopamine foods in abundance is not necessarily the best for us, you know, but it's like trying to adapt into eating something that's a little bit more healthier, a lot more fiber, lean proteins, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that is can be helpful, up in our water intake, up in our protein intake for that matter, so that the protein can break down the fats that we do eat, you know what I mean? And repair the muscles that we build, or the muscles that we have, whatever it is. But like physical health is for real. And you can see it, some of us as we get older starting to get built like Grimace from like the McDonald characters and stuff like that, or how Uncle Phil was, you know, on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You saw him, you know, starting to get bigger, and then obviously as he was getting older, he had to lose a lot more weight. And the same thing with Carl Winslow, his character being very round about, and then having to lose weight. I think that was his name, Lil Rel. Lil Rel's, you know what I'm saying, he just recently lost a lot of weight because the doctor told him the way he was living, you know what I'm saying, is not going to be good for him in the long run, you know what I'm saying, trying to be around for your family. And physical health is something that I believe we definitely can take a lot more seriously than we have in recent years, especially in Black communities, you know what I'm saying. Like our diets tend to involve a lot of fried foods, a lot of alcohol, a lot of things that aren't necessarily the best for us. You know, red meat is definitely something that's not really the best for us to be having, but it's hard to pass up that prime rib and that sirloin. You know what I'm saying, that ribeye that has marbled, you know what I mean? Get the right steak sauce. medium or medium rare, it's popping. You know what I'm saying? That steak is popping. And then fries, like who wants to pass up checker fries, Riley fries, whichever, whatever it is in your area. You know what I'm saying? Like them seasoned fries, like it's a lot of stuff that reach out at you, and it's like, man, it's hard to pass that up. But for the sake of your health, for the sake of your family, it's like, what am I gonna do? Am I going to just eat myself into an early grave, or am I going to decide to work on my discipline for myself so that I can be here just a little while longer? Sacrifice 5 to 6 days out the week so that I can have, the foods that I love on the weekend, but not so much eating it all the time. And, like I said, it's sacrifice. It's definitely sacrifice. It's discipline. It's the mind. It's mind over matter. You know what I mean? To train your brain to eat lean, like chicken breasts and broccoli. Literally, if you're trying to like gain muscle or if you're trying to drop weight, chicken breasts and broccoli. Have as much broccoli as you want. You know what I'm saying? Get like an 8 ounce, pretty much, chicken breast the size of your palm. You know what I'm saying? 8 ounce like that. And then as much sweet potatoes as you want, and water. You know what I'm saying? Like drinking water, green tea too. Be careful on the sugars and all that. But like, green tea, sweet potatoes, broccoli, chicken breasts, and salmon, tuna, whatever, like the, like low fat proteins, lean proteins that help you eat at the fat, burn fat. And I think that's a solid way to do it. Now, for my favorite, our mental health. Damn well we avoid that shit, especially in our community. We deal with trauma with the shit that's fucking up our physical health. You know what I'm saying? We turn to our alcohol, we turn to smoking, we turn to porn addiction, we turn to sex, we turn to whatever it is to help us escape reality, escape from dealing with our emotions, escape from feeling shit, whatever it takes, man, to run the fuck away. Bunch of Simbas running around. You know what I mean? Bunch of Simbas running around away from the trauma, away from the pain, that feeling, you know what I'm saying? Not wanting to feel that shit again. It's understandable because that shit hurts. Oh, it hurts. It hurts because you didn't have anybody there to walk you through those emotions that you had. And it can be tough. It can be definitely tough. But like, it's the prize is being able to walk towards the fire, right? And understanding that it's not that bad. It's worse in our mind than it is in reality. Probably because we had some adults around us that were traumatic as fuck and blew the fuck up when we did certain things. So we're avoiding that pain, the abandonment, that feeling of we're not good enough, feeling that we're not lovable, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? It's like, a man's not gonna tell you this straight up. But when you break down the fraction, all of this is there. You're human. At the end of the day, you're human. And when you're human, the worst thing that you want to feel is that you're unlovable. and that's where feeling not good, and that's what I believe feeling not good enough comes from. It's like, I'm not good enough for that person. They left. I'm not good enough for that job. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want me. I'm not good enough for my parents. They don't pay me enough attention. They neglect me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, I'm in a relationship. No matter what I do, I can't do shit right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you looking at it from your inner child who never felt good enough, who never felt they were lovable. And us as men deal with this shit. You know what I'm saying? We may not deal with the shit, but these are things that are going on in a man's mind. And it's not easy for us because, you know what I'm saying, we don't get the luxury of being so open about our feelings and emotions. We really got to build brotherhoods, you know what I'm saying, amongst ourselves to where we can actually let that shit out so that we can get back to being the men that we are that lead. You know what I'm saying? It's like being generals for your army, like being the leader of your tribe. It's not easy. It's not easy at all, but it's working through like a healthier way of dealing with said emotions, dealing with those feelings that come about when we engage in certain behaviors with people who can be triggers for us, who bring us back to our toxic childhood, who have us repeating cycles, and because it's familiar to us, you know what I'm saying? You got what's familiar to you versus what's best for you. And chances are familiar look good. You know what I'm saying? Like again, I say that Les Brown quote, you know, familiar hells are much better than foreign heavens. You know what I'm saying? And like when I heard that, I was like, yeah, I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like known hells are better than unknown heavens. You get the point. What Les Brown was trying to say. He actually just turned 80, so happy birthday to him. One of the greatest mentors I've ever had thus far, and one of the greatest voices of motivation, I'll say, for the last 40 years or more. I forget how long he's been doing it, but Les Brown is the truth. And not being able to tackle your mental health as a man, detrimental to you. And if you don't get a hold on your brain is going to take control of you, and you don't want your brain running shit. Your brain runs at every problem. Your brain likes to focus on issues, on shit that don't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? And shit that, you know what I mean? Like things that you start taking shit personal. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Nothing anyone does is about you. You start making assumptions. You come up with all these insecurities in your mind, and you start hallucinating. You start seeing things. You start believing the lies that go on in your mind. And it's like understanding that your thoughts are merely just clouds. You know what I'm saying? Let them pass through. Let them pass through and observe, not absorb your thoughts. Just filter what's healthy for you versus what's unhealthy for you. But with our mental health as men, we tend to avoid those things. We tend to avoid the shit that actually matters. We get so caught up in like a wayward path, and we don't want to deal with the issues, but then we end up projecting that shit onto people who didn't even hurt you. You know what I mean? When you don't take care of yourself, you will bleed, you know what I'm saying, on others who never cut you, who haven't cut you. And it's tough. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it is life. And so for whatever reason, they're attracted to that too. That's another thing for them to take care of for themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's for them and their inner child to figure out, why am I attracted to this type of individual who carries himself with this behavior? And, you know, we're just all caught up in a cycle, and everything just connects, right? And, but you learn, you live and you learn, you do your best to try to, make healthier choices once you're aware of them. You know what I mean? You got to see it first, because if you don't think you're doing shit wrong, why are you gonna change? You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna change if you feel like ain't nothing wrong. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not seeing the pattern, and whatever you put out there is what you're gonna get back. And if you keep doing the same things expecting change, you're going nuts. You know what I'm saying? A definition of insanity, trying to, you know, look for change by doing the same things. But you want different things. You know what I'm saying? These are your desires. You suffer because of your desires. Now, if you just accept things as they are, everything is good. You know what I'm saying? Everything is fine. But because you want something different than what you actually have, your desires are causing you to suffer. And if you want these things, it's not impossible. You just have to put forth the effort to do so. And change is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's inevitable. But a lot of people don't want to change, you know what I mean? They don't want to change their ways to get comfortable, you know what I'm saying? It's all about us as men, you know what I'm saying? Even women too, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable so that we can better ourselves. And there's ways of doing it. There's plenty of ways to do it. Again, it's just recognizing that shit. Starting off with like therapy. If you don't like therapy, watch Psych2Go videos, watch School of Life videos, watch, you know what I'm saying, Tony Robbins and all these folks. We got YouTube, you know what I'm saying? The internet is free therapy. Truth be told, you know what I'm saying? You can just look up all types of shit through YouTube. They got books. Books don't cost that damn much, you know what I mean? To like kind of better yourself. But I will say that the things that we ignore that we probably can do better with is definitely our physical health and of course our mental health. Women get together and have wine while creating vision boards. But what's the masculine version? The masculine version of what I believe that is, truth be told, it all depends on the mindset of us men together. And I would say that we tend to gather amongst ourselves. I mean, I think about like creating like this male retreat, masculine male retreat, where we come together and kind of bounce ideas as far as like where we are as husbands, where we are as boyfriends, where we are as single men, where we are as parents, where we are as uncles, where we are as godfathers, whatever we are, you know what I'm saying, hard workers, slackers, you know what I'm saying, holding each other accountable and being able to chop it up, you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't necessarily have I got my own vision board. I write down goals and things like that within my phone. You know what I'm saying? It's locked down and, you know, caught up in the cloud. So whatever device I'm on, I'm able to manage those things daily. I look at them every day so that I know where the fuck I'm going. You know what I mean? You want to know where your ship is leading every fucking day that you wake up. What are you working towards? What is your why? Right? But what I like to do, I got a WhatsApp group with like two of my brothers, you know what I'm saying, from, you know, like the military. And we tend to hold each other accountable. We talk about a lot of things that are going on, whether that be dealing with baby mamas, you know what I'm saying, whether that be dealing with life, dealing with being a man, dealing with those vulnerable things that you wouldn't necessarily see in us, or most of us. I don't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying. I'll share some stuff, you know what I'm saying, as you guys know from watching. But like in most cases, there's things that we discuss that you wouldn't commonly think that they would be discussed, and it enables us to set our like to formulate our minds together and block out negativity so that we can focus on the individual goals that the three of us have, you know, amongst ourselves. But like I would look at, sometimes when I go to visit my family, my military family out in Tampa, we'll sit in a room, play music, and then we'll talk about things that, you know what I'm saying, like we want to do, passing back brews, you know what I'm saying, or watching like you know what I'm saying, like watching the game. Like everything is different, I believe, you know what I'm saying. It really just depends on your crew, and with my crew, we sit and, like I said, we just talk about these things. I mean, I make a point to do it. I recognize the gifts that my brothers have, and I try to plant seeds. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's up to them to do it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I do my best to try to plant seeds in just anybody where I recognize that you're great at something. And I keep the Joker line always in my mind, you know, if you're good at something, never do it for free. You know, like I want to see them thrive, but it's up to them if they want to do that, because some just might do it as a hobby. But like when we get together, is a lot of laughs, you know what I'm saying? Like just naturally, just funny. We've known each other since we were 20 years old, you know, 20, 22, 23 and all that, you know? And so to be together and just watch the evolution of each of your brothers from being these young boys, young men in the military, to becoming fathers and having their own homes, having wives and things like that. But to come together and just be like, you know what, we could do this, and try to make make something of ourselves. I think that's ideally what we, you know what I'm saying, like what we will do when we get together. As far as like a vision board goes, I mean, write down goals. All of us got our type of goals. Some of us read books. We kind of swap like books with each other, like at least names of books. I might not swap the actual book, but we're like, hey man, I read this, I recommend this. So, you know, we try to do those things together. I'm like, yo, hey man, I know you rap. So, I mean, I produced this thing. Let me know what you think of it. Maybe we can work together. Oh, I DJ, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is. And like, we kind of bounce ideas off like that. That would be the same of, to me, of us men coming together and trying to create like a vision board. Might not do wine, but you know, we can pop a couple of brews, seltzers, really trying to watch some carbs, but just time together, fellowship, a brotherhood, being able to be vulnerable, talk about the things that we got going on in our mind, and then try to implement those things going forward. funniest nickname you've ever been given? I want to credit this to one of my childhood homies. Luke, what up, man? Lucius, man. Lucius called me Blow Pop because I was that damn skinny with a big ass head. And we would be in the neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, outside playing and whatnot. And it just happened to say, there you go, there go Blow Pop. Yeah, that big ass head in them ears. Like, and laughed at each other and shit like that. But yeah, that was the name. I would think that one, Blow Pop. And another nickname that stuck out, and I was very sensitive about it, because I was a sensitive little boy. But my mother and my cousins, and my family, you know what I'm saying, they called me Jackrabbit because I used to skip up the court playing basketball. You know, I used to literally I would skip up the court. I wouldn't run up the court. I would skip up the court playing ball. This was back when I think we were in Lexington Park, so Pax River. But yeah, my mom would like videotape the games, and we would watch it. She was kind of showing the family, and sure enough, there you go, skipping his ass up that court. But childhood memories. It's funny. But yeah, Blow Pop and Jackrabbit for sure. Bouncing, skipping up that damn court. What traits do you or did you believe that your trauma has you attracted to, and why? I would say that my trauma definitely led me down the path of meeting the woman that was like a fixer. In a sense, you know what I'm saying? The woman that I would like to call the masculine woman. She's bossy, wanting to do everything. You know what I'm saying? At least, especially when it was head over heels, like I would say, like and the thing about it, as a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like you would think that, well, why won't he be head over heels over me? When you're programmed going towards what's familiar to you. It's like seeing a food from childhood. You know what I'm saying? Like eating some shit that's not good for you, and you ain't had it in a minute. But then you run into something that reminds you of it, and there is this euphoric feeling that comes about that reminds you of this thing from your past. But what you're running towards is toxic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the exciting feeling. I believe, from what I'm learning, it's not that exciting feeling like your head over heels type thing that is going to do it for you. To me, I believe it's the one that makes you feel safe. And I mean that as a man. You know what I'm saying? The one that allows you to feel safe, I believe, is going to be the one that personality that complements your life. But for me, I was geared towards the emotionally unavailable, who fed me in crumbs from her affection. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost like that love bombing shit in the beginning, talking a lot, you know what I'm saying, and all that shit. And then it started to dial the fuck back. Like she reeled you in. She had the right bait. She had the right bait, but then she reeled your ass in, and now she just got you dangling. You know what I'm saying? And toying with your mind when you would do any fucking thing for her. And maybe that was the issue, because you didn't do anything for yourself. You had done everything for her, but you saved nothing for you. And I was gone. I'm telling you, man, it's been, I don't know if I've had a healthy form. I didn't have a healthy, and as far as committed relationships in my life that I've been in, I haven't had I didn't have a healthy form. You know what I'm saying? I was dealing with individuals that were very, very narcissistic. You know what I'm saying? Myself included, to be honest. But it's like swapping roles between narcissist and empath. It's like we took turns, especially the last go round. You know what I'm saying? We took turns with that shit. Like I was just all kinds of fucked up. Like very much a novice when it comes to relationships. Like the fact that somebody could, like a stable form of affection, a stable form of love scares the fuck out of me. You know what I'm saying? And like it's not the girl's, truthfully it's not the girl's fault. It's what I was programmed to. You know what I'm saying? And what I found to be attractive. Don't get me wrong, she wasn't ugly by a long shot. Very beautiful woman, right? But the traits, because of it was like we were bouncing off each other's insecurities and triggers. She wasn't used to a man being so caught up in her pedestal. You know what I'm saying? I put her anyone I was head over heels for, that pedestal talk. You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I'll do anything for you. I'll give you the moon if you want it. You know, typical, all the Disney shit, all the TV shows, all the movies, what they taught men they think that women want to fucking hear. And it's bullshit. That's what to me it's bullshit. As far as like that type of love. I don't believe in anyone feeling special, right? Let me explain myself though. I believe in treating people as human though. I think anytime we try to act any more than human, we fuck up. We do. Truth be told, anytime we try to act more than fucking human, we fuck up. If we think we're more important than that person, we think we're more important than our family members, we think we're more important than our own spouse, or the person, you know, significant other, the person we're dating, whatever it is, whenever we feel like we're more human than they are and that we're entitled to something, keyword, you know what I'm saying, that entitlement, we have expectations and then our ego gets in the way. And now we're not talking to this person the same way we did when we first met them. Now we feel like we're owed something. Now we're moving into conditional love. And maybe it was conditional love the whole time. But that's what I would veer myself into. I would find myself into a situation where I had the bossy bitch. You know what I'm saying? She was a boss bitch or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And attractive, but she was like that. It was almost like trying to find that parent that you felt like you didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Like you were secretly seeking out the parent that, you know, that feeling of your parent. You know what I'm saying? You literally were trying to find your parent in another person. These traits are so familiar. But taking into account that my parents went through fucked up shit too, of course, the programming has you going towards whatever fucked up shit that they dealt with. And that's why it becomes like cycle breaking. You know what I mean? Like learning to become a cycle breaker is essential for healthy relationships going forward. It is going to take tremendous sacrifice. But some of us have seen some fucked up shit. Honestly, there's some dark shit, and we're programmed to it. So anyone that tries to love us with like a genuine love, like with kindness and shit, we question it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's too good to be true. In most cases it is. But that's the beauty of it, right? Learning to appreciate the present moment. Because it can be gone. Whether it's the fucked up love or whether it's the genuine love. It can all be gone. Tomorrow, next week, next month, whatever it is. But there's nothing like the present moment of soaking that shit in. Because that's really all you have, man. Like our fears though, we self-sabotage like a motherfucker. Those are the traits I would go towards. I would go towards women who would just self-sabotage because they weren't used to me treating them a certain way. And then I would attract women who would think the world of me and I would self-sabotage that shit. And it just goes, it's just a cycle. It's just a constant cycle of, you know what I'm saying, being geared towards these type of traits. And no one really wins. You just sit with it because you're not used to seeing stable love. And it's tough. It's really, really tough. You'll accept anything because you feel like you deserve this. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to keep yourself in a situation that allows you to be hurt. Like you believe You don't love yourself the way you believe you do. So what you'll do is tolerate certain behaviors that will continuously put you back in that position in which you came from your childhood or early adulthood, whatever it was when you faced trauma and you felt like you weren't enough, but you felt like this is the best I can get. This is the best somebody will ever treat me. You know what I mean? And we're worth so much more. We really are. Just by being human though. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. It's like a lot of us are battling, we're sleepwalking through our pain. And I believe that we're battling our own mind. And we manifest the things into our lives that we have. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like I'm worthy of love, so I'm going to sabotage it. I'm going to find a way to do it. I'm going to. It's just, it's inevitable. Something is going to happen where I'm going to self-sabotage. And it's like a constant cycle. And it's learning to recognize it and trying to break those cycles. But those traits, yes, the masculine women, which I loathe, but that's what I would gear towards, and I would fall head over heels, man. I thought that I found that love that I had growing up. And the thing is, I actually did. I had that emotionally unavailable love. You know what I'm saying? Like, take care of you, don't get me wrong. But because they're not used to that type of love, they're gonna self-sabotage and push that shit away. And how wild is that? That you would do anything for this individual, yet they don't, because they don't love themselves, they want to push that away, and they don't want to receive that love, right? And they're human. They're human. I've done it. You've probably done it to somebody. It's probably been done to you. But those traits, man, those traits are a motherfucker. They really are a motherfucker. But like, it's being honest with yourself. Looking in the mirror, if you keep seeing the same shit happen, the common denominator is your ass. And it's like, yes, you took pain, but you allowed it. You endured it. You felt like that's the best you can do. You know what I'm saying, with your life, by enduring this behavior from these people. You subconsciously believe that this is what you deserve. And so much more worthy than just that, whatever that is, you know what I'm saying, whatever your situation is. Everybody's situation is different. But trauma is a bitch. Triggers are a bitch. And we'll chase the familiar, we'll chase that familiar, you know what I'm saying, hell, versus trying to, change the cycle so that we can get to an unfamiliar heaven. Have grace. Have grace with yourself. Truth be told, we're all healing. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you've done. Everybody's healing. I'm gonna look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? We're all healing. We're all trying to figure this shit out. The issue, I believe, for a lot of us is when we try to look to others to heal ourselves. And this is a self-care duty. You know what I'm saying? To heal oneself. If you learn to love yourself, you focus on loving yourself more than you've done, you'll stop allowing certain behaviors into your life. Hands down. You know what I'm saying? That's ain't no other way to put it, man. Like when you start setting healthy boundaries for yourself, you stop allowing yourself to go around certain energy. You're gonna feel that energy and you be like, I can't fuck with you today, bro. You're gonna listen to certain music, be like, I can't even listen to that no more. I don't like what it's doing to my mental. You know what I'm saying? Watch certain things, certain content on social media. Can't even fuck with you, bro. Not no more. No, thank you. No, thank you. I can't fuck with you yet. As my boy Ashton would say with his New Orleans accent. But yeah, like that's, to me, it's key. Is recognizing that in yourself. And I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for every fuck up. I'm grateful for every mistake. I'm grateful for every accomplishment. I'm grateful for all the pain that I endured. I'm grateful for the pain that I chose to sit in. I'm grateful for recognizing it was pain. I'm grateful for just everything that happened that led to this present moment. And I'm not done fucking up. I'm not done messing up. I'm not done making mistakes because I'm human. But I'm gonna do my damnedest to try to learn from it. You know what I'm saying? And I hope the same for you guys. So with that being said, I send positive and healing energy to everyone watching this. But I'm out. Good night, kids.